What's up, everyone? This is Shul, aka Crypto Gems, and today we're going to be talking about Bitcoin. I'm going to be talking about the market update for Ethereum, as well as the Bitcoin dominance, the total crypto market cap, and we'll be talking quickly about Sei, as I think it's an altcoin that you need to watch. So before we get started, make sure to follow me on Twitter. That's at @AltCryptoGems for daily crypto content. Like this video and subscribe to the YouTube channel if you want to see more. And if you want to stay up to date with everything crypto related, check out altcryptotalk.com where we upload daily outlooks, reviews, and so much more. So without further ado, let's get started with the video. So first of all, we're going to look at the Bitcoin daily chart. Now, what are we seeing? Since December of 2023, we've been seeing a very clear uptrend, a bullish move, so to speak. We then broke our resistance at 39K and entered a new range. Now, eventually we broke out of this range and hit our first resistance once again, and immediately we got rejected. We then dropped down, fell back inside of the range, and once again we broke outside of it at breaking 44K, and pretty much instantly broke that double range as well. We broke the 48K instantly and went upside into a new range. Now, right now we are sitting inside of this range and we are trading inside of it. And at the moment we are still at the resistance, which is a very good sign as we have not been rejected yet. Usually meaning we are simply consolidating before going up. Now, one thing to do note is at around 52 towards 56, there is little to no resistance. So it seems that if we actually do break out, then 56K would be our next target that we will hit very easily. If that is a resistance that we break, then possibly 60K would be next, as it's also a psychological level. And to be honest, at this area, I would say we are in a bull run. Right now, it feels as if we're in the pre-bull run. And once we break above it, then I'd say we are heading towards that bull run. So looking at the 4-hour time frame to confirm this a bit. So what we can do by looking at the 4-hour time frame is see exactly where we're heading right now. And just like I said, we are going up. We're inside of the range and we are consolidating a bit. And like I said, we haven't really been rejected at the 52K level, which is usually a very good sign. Now, as you can see, there is an ascending triangle pattern with sort of ending right now. So we are either going to break out, as I drew over here, or we're going to lose it and we'll possibly head towards the 48K. Now, two scenarios. Like I said, we break out, then open a long as we'd be heading towards 56K very easily. Or we lose the triangle pattern and we actually fall down. And at that point, I'd say we are going down, heading towards possibly 48K and around this area. So 48K to 50K, I'd say it's the buy the dip area, as we will probably see a strong bounce and then try to break 52K once again. So these are the two things I'm watching. Either break above and open a long, or do not break above and lose and buy the dip at around 48 to 50K. Now, looking at Ethereum, as it's the biggest altcoin, so you need to keep an eye on it. So a couple things to note at the 4-hour time frame for this chart. Once again, we saw an uptrend happening. We then broke out of the resistance at December 2023, so not too long ago. We then got inside of a range. We broke out of it at the ETF news and then instantly sort of dropped down. However, we're still inside of that range and we had a bullish market structure going. And at around February, beginning of February of this year, we saw a bullish move and we headed upwards. Now, my first target was 3K. As I talked about in the previous videos, we have not hit that level yet, but I do think we will be heading there very shortly. And at that moment, we are trading inside of a bullish range. So then looking at the ETH USDT chart for the daily time frame. Now we can actually, on a higher time frame, you can actually confirm some targets that you have. So like I said, we had a movement inside of the range. We had a clear breakout and we sort of stayed inside of the range. And then we had a move upwards, broke 2.5K, and we're now trading inside of this range between 2.5 and 3K at the moment of recording of this video. Now, the next resistance is at around 3K, a little above 3K, which is also a psychological level, which is usually very important to watch. And I'd say if we flip this, then the next range would be between 3 and 3.5K. Seems to be that there is not that much resistance in here. So once we do actually break above 3K, then 3.5K might actually be easily hit. So then another crucial chart I want to talk about is the ETH Bitcoin chart. Now, another pattern that I noticed is happening right now, and I wanted to talk about it with you guys. Usually, and these are exactly what happened before. This is 2016 towards 2017. This is 2020 towards 2022 and 2021. And right now, sort of what we're happening at the moment. As you can see, we have a phase where we have a consolidation, which is what's happening in 2016 towards 2017. We then have a deviation zone, and we have a tiny break where we fall back inside of the range. We then move upwards where we had a final breakout, and once we have the final breakout, we get the last sort of bull run breakout for the extreme move towards an alt season, pretty much any season there is. Now, this is 2016, 2017, and exactly before 2021, the same thing happened. So we had a consolidation phase over here, where, as you can see, it was around 1.5 years, so almost 2 years. We then had the final breakout happening over here, and at this time, we had our full bull run and our alt season. So this is sort of peak 2021. Then, as you can see, we are now having another consolidation phase of around 2 years. We are in the deviation zone at the moment, and we're almost going back inside of this range where we break out, then fall back. And as you can see over here, but also over here, we usually then see a move upwards. And if that is the case, then we will be having the bull run happening over here and an alt season for the coming year to year and a half, which is exactly timed after the halving, as we've been saying for quite a while. Now, another important chart to watch is the Bitcoin dominance chart. So why is this important to watch? Now, the Bitcoin dominance chart, obviously, as it says, shows you how strong Bitcoin is in comparison to other altcoins. Now, pretty much since July 2023, we've been seeing an uptrend. So Bitcoin was very strong and still is. We actually flipped our support level here over to a resistance level, and we have now formed it, as you can see, as a support, dropped back down, and we've actually broken out of it over here. Now, the first resistance that we hit, as you can see, we hit it over here, we almost hit it here, over here, and now over here, is at around 54%, and we've actually gone down quite a bit already. Now, usually this means that Bitcoin is weakening and the other altcoins are getting stronger, but what I'm thinking is we will stay inside of this level and possibly bounce towards mid of the range and towards the top zone over here probably. Once this is happening, we will see Bitcoin moving down, and at that point, I'd say we are getting at around the halving or the new bull run that's happening. So like I said, keep an eye on this chart as it will tell you exactly in what phase of the market we are. Now, also the total crypto market cap without Bitcoin and Ethereum is important to watch. So I have been talking about this chart before, and I hear you guys asking, why is this important? Now, this shows exactly how much money there is without Bitcoin and Ethereum. So if you ask me, a lot of information is given about retail. So we had a bottom forming over here for the last 2 years. We had a breakout at December 2023. We moved upwards, we dropped down and perfectly held this support and are now in a bullish move upwards. And I have said this before, this is showing you how much money there is in crypto without Bitcoin and Ethereum. So it's a very good sign to show you how much money there is and how strong we are in a bull run. And I have said this before, our first resistance would be at around 620 billion. And once we hit that, then I'd say we are heading towards a full-blown bull run. So that's why I'm watching this chart. In honesty, we will probably hit this quite a bit, have a drop down tiny bit, and then heading for that resistance and then moving upwards probably after the halving. So this will be around April or May of this year, if you ask me. So keep an eye on this chart. Now, one more chart I want to talk to you guys is about Sei. It's a coin or an altcoin that I've been watching closely. I've been talking about it on Twitter, and we've all been having very good profits lately. So before we get on with them, like I said, follow me on Twitter, that's at altcryptogems, like the YouTube channel and subscribe, and have a look at altcryptotalk.com for daily crypto content. So first of all, let's look at the 4-hour time frame for Sei. So what we can see here is that right now we are at a very crucial moment to buy Sei. We're seeing patterns just like in any other chart. Now, as you can see, we had a consolidation over here in December 2023. We then had a clear breakout with a small consolidation above the resistance. Then we had our new upwards movement to find a new consolidation happening, which is happening right now. Like I said, we see this deviation happening. We have a breakout over here, and we're now back inside of the consolidation above the resistance. And probably we will see the same pattern happening once again, and we will see our first targets going up. As you can see, whenever we take Fibonacci, we would say the possible local top will be at around $2, which is the 4.2 level of Fibonacci. Now, confluences are important, so not just this only pattern is why I think this is a good buy. As you can see, we are also having a parabolic trend upwards right now, which would fit perfectly with our targets of it going down towards here and then possibly having the new wave. That's why I'm saying keep an eye on Sei right now. Now, finally, the last chart to confirm this would be the 1 hour time frame chart. And so this is only to confirm what we just said. As you can see, we're having some movements upwards. I've drawn out the Fibonacci line so you can see exactly where we're heading. And we actually held it as a support over here where we had a perfect entry once again. We then have our movement upwards. We see a small consolidation happening, possibly heading towards our entry zone once again, and then moving towards that 1.6 Fibonacci. I think at this point, we will see a small drop once again to get back inside of this entry range. And once we have that, I'd say we are continuing that move upwards towards the 2.6 Fibonacci, which is around $1.4. And this is exactly the move that we just talked about following that parabolic trend. So what I'm saying is wait a tiny bit for it to enter our buy zone at around 0.9, 0.93, then ride the long until 110, and then wait for a dip to re-enter and then follow that long once again. That is going to be my game plan for Sei. Now that concludes it for this video. I know it was a quick, short introduction or short market update right now, but I thought it was crucial to let you guys know what I think. Now, like I said, like the video if you enjoyed watching it. Thanks for watching and see you guys at the next one.